National security is at stake. We're spread too thin. What does that mean? I'm being told from intelligence sources that the plans for the future are to create 3 or 4 different wars. One in Kosovo, one in Iraq, where we already have troops bombing daily, and another in North Korea. If Kosovo ceases, just keep it going because we don't have enough troops to go around. It really irritates me right now that NATO is over there in Kosovo, in Yugoslavia, and we are sending 28,000 more men, and the European Union and NATO is doing very little, and they have 3.5 million troops in uniform ready to go, but are not bothering. Here's what the Bible teaches. There's going to be a war involving America, according to Dr. Logs and other great scholars. And they use the text, Isaiah 18:1, woe to the land shadowing with wings, America with its great eagle. And Jeremiah chapters 50 and 51 were an enemy from the north. Jeremiah 59, which would be Russia and perhaps China from the east, would attack, a sneak attack on the United States of America. And the results would be Revelation 18:10, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and verse 19, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. But there's more to it. Let's take Egypt for a moment. You just read a figure. Our army is $3.5 billion short for ammunition to fight a war. We have just, ladies and gentlemen, according to the Herald Tribune, March the 3rd of this year, given Egypt $3.5 billion worth of warplanes and tanks, 24 F-16s and 200 heavy tanks and a Patriot missile battery system to bring them down. And you know what we told them? We subsidize you annually with $1,200,000,000. So 3 years of that would take care of the material, so don't bother paying us back. We'll just make the exchange. So we have paid for their equipment. Now, I'm not into politics. All during the Monica Lewinsky affair, we've said nothing. But I'm upset when we have a president and a vice president who allow things like this to happen and allow our secrets to be stolen by the Chinese, so that now we're in such trouble that they can use materials that would have taken 20 years to develop to use against us by the year 2002. Yes, against the USA, the western half of the United States of America, plus Asia and Egypt. Now, what does the Bible have to say about this problem with Egypt? You know, there's a New York staffer whose name is Mary Ann Weaver, who's just written a book, A Portrait of Egypt, and she says, the present administration is going to be toppled soon by an Islamic regime, and then you will see it fall like dominoes across the entire Arab world, and they'll rise up against Israel for a war in the Middle East. That's exactly what the Bible says in Daniel 11, verse 40. At the time of the end shall the king of the south, Egypt, rise up. Well, they're going to need some of these rabid fundamentalists to do it. And then according to Isaiah chapter 17, verse 1, and Ezekiel chapter 38, verses 5 to 7, and Psalm 83, verses 7 and 8, the entire Arab world, not the Muslim world. There are 800 million who are not Arabs in the Muslim world, but 200 million are Arabs. They will move against Israel, accompanied or led by Russia, Ezekiel chapters 38 and 39. And this is the war of the latter years and the latter days, Ezekiel 38, verses 8 and 16. God help us. This is the week we remember our men. And what's going on now is unbelievable.